All right. Franchise tag day has gone. It's passed. No franchise tags. I thought that Howie would franchise CJ. Even though I know Howie's track record with franchise tags, he usually doesn't do it. It's not his thing. So, I'm not really surprised. I'm a little more disappointed because I really do like CJ, as I think that everybody else in the city and Eagles fans do also. And that's not saying that, something won't happen as far as CJ getting signed. Howie may let go a lot of that, let's put it this way. Howie, knowing Howie and how he likes to move and surprise people, basically, you know what I'm saying, especially the past year. I wouldn't be surprised if Kazir White, his 1 year contract is over. I wouldn't be surprised if Howie does not sign him back. We have Nakobe Dean sitting here, which I felt like he should have played way more last year. And then TJ Edwards, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if Howie lets TJ and Kazir walk. Nakobe coming in and starting. We know what he can do, what he's capable of. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had a whole year or a whole season seeing it, but we know what what Nakobe can do. TJ played hella good the whole time he's been here, basically, as a starter. You feel what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised if he let both of those linebackers walk. Right? Sign a linebacker, and then find a way, to sign CJ. I don't believe Bradbury will be here next season, but I'm hoping that how we can figure something out for CJ to keep him here, man. Because to me, CJ is the best safety we've had, outside of Malcolm. But just the way that he plays, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of safety we love. You feel what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if Howie finds a way to keep him here and get him, structure his contract where we're not killing too much of the cap space. Let a lot of these free agents go and keep him. Keep the secondary tight. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, maybe, possibly. We'll see. Maybe he goes into the draft and he drafts the cornerback that I feel like we should if he's there at 10. And Joey Porter Jr. Joey Porter Jr., man. Something about that kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? His speed, his length. You know what I'm saying? His ability to he tackles, you know what I'm saying? He throws his body around. He's a physical corner. You know what I'm saying? And with Desai being here and the way he runs his defense, I expect the defensive line to eat. I expect the linebackers to eat. But them corners, I expect them corners and Sean Desai's defense to be physical at the line, to play a lot of man and press coverage. I don't see a lot of zone. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know, man. If we do draft Joey Porter Jr., I think that'll be a great fit opposite of Slay. And then he's getting tutored by one of the best corners in the league in Slay. You feel what I'm saying? I think that's a great fit for us. I feel like that's a possibility that we do draft Joey Porter Jr. In my eyes, he's the best corner coming out in the league. In the draft. I know Witherspoon is a beast. The kid from Oregon is a monster. It's a lot of good corners coming out in this draft. But to me, Joey Porter Jr. I just feel like he fits with the team, if that makes any sense to you. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he fits. He's physical, he's lengthy, he's tall, he can run. You know what I'm saying? Watching the games last year, because I'm a Penn State fan. I'm a little biased with it, you know what I'm saying? But watching the game against Ohio State, yes, Marvin Harrison Jr. went off, but a lot of it was across the middle and opposite of Joey Porter Jr. Just saying. And I remember, I think another game, Joey Porter, he was out. I can't remember, but I hope at that 10 spot, if Joey Porter Jr. is sitting there, you grab it. Now, if Joey Porter Jr. is not sitting there, and that running back from Texas is there, that kid is a special. You talking about special? Look at his highlights, just the highlights. Look at the highlights, and you come back and tell me if he's special or not. That kid is a monster, dude. His agility alone is crazy. Speed, crazy. Power, that kid he's special for sure. But Joey Porter Jr., that's my pick at number 10. All right, now, like I said, man, the franchise tag deadline is over. It's going and past. We did not franchise anyone. It's not surprising. It's just, I just thought that we would have franchised CJ. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of that, free agency is coming up. I believe it's next Wednesday. Free agency starts. We have a bunch of free agents on the defense alone. A lot of them that we wish that we could sign back, but it's just not realistic. Let's keep it all the way 100. It's not realistic. But who do we keep? We need to keep all of them. Let's keep it on. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Hargrave, he's out. He's going to get paid. Unless Howie can figure out some way to restructure contracts and get some money from here and get some money there or whatever have you, and then possibly sign him back. Cool. I mean, we all hope that we can at least keep him. We all hope that we can keep CJ. We all hope we can keep Bradbury. We wish to keep them all, but it's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Hargrave, I believe he's not going to be back. Fletcher, I don't think Fletcher's coming back. CJ, I hope and pray he comes back, but I doubt it. Brandon Graham, I think that he's going to come back on a 1-year deal, finish his career out here in Philly. Maybe a 2-year deal. You never know. You know what I'm saying? He may take less money. He loves it here in Philly, but you know how that go, man. It's a business. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe Brandon Graham will be back. Fletcher, I don't think he's coming back. CJ not coming back. Hargrave not coming back. Bradbury, I don't believe Bradbury's coming back either. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, the way that Howie moves, you know what I'm saying, he may try to figure something out where he can keep Bradbury, sign Brand BG on a 1-year deal. Like I said, man, it would be great to have Bradbury and CJ back. Just keep the secondary tight. Keep the secondary to what it was last season, and let's run it back this next season coming up. That would be crazy if Howie is able to figure something out. I doubt it. I don't think it's going to happen. It's just wishful thinking. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, the only person I see coming back out of the free agents that we have on defense, that includes TJ, that includes Kaiser. I don't believe any of those people are coming back. I just believe that Howie's going to try to run back what he did last season to get these 1-year contracts from these vets. You know what I'm saying? Go in the draft somebody, hold them, try to build up their talent or whatever have you for next season. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't believe that we're going to be able to keep any of these players, honestly. Now, the word is that I keep hearing Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham may actually go to Cleveland. Jim Schwartz is there now. They may want to go to Cleveland. Cleveland may sign him, give him a hefty contract. And if that's what happens, by all means, man, go get your bread. That's what everybody. You know what I'm saying? CJ this morning, or late last night, or early this morning, whichever one, he posted, thanks Philly. It's nothing personal. For sure. We love you, kid. Go get your money, bro. Go get your bread. Feed your family, you know what I'm saying, my guy? You know what I'm saying? Because you deserve it. You deserve it. What you did here in Philly, you'll never be forgotten for that. That's one thing about Philly fans and Philly sports. You know what I'm saying? The culture here. Other fans for other teams, they may not like us. But I guarantee you come and play for Philly, and you see how the fans really rock with you. If you give it your all, we gonna love you forever, wherever you go. It don't matter. If you was here for 1 year and you gave you your all, you laid it out all out there on the field for this team, for the city, that's why we're different. That's why Philly fans are different, especially Philly fans from Philly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like all these other fan bases. Everybody's scared, oh, y'all do this. Whatever, man. Whatever. You don't have the heart, you don't got the gonads or whatever, the cojones or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to be a Philly fan. Just say that. You know what I'm saying? You here, you give it your all, we gonna love you forever, wherever you go. It don't matter. Now, if you here and you play like and you don't care, example, Ben Simmons, you're gonna forever be hated by a Philly fan. No matter where you go. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But if you here, you give it your all, we're gonna love you forever. That goes for Hargrave. You already know about Fletcher, Brandon Graham, Bradbury, CJ, Kazir, everybody that's a free agent right now. If you don't sign back, if they do not sign back with the Eagles, they're forever going to be loved here. No, we did not get the big prize at the end. We did not win the chip. But they gave it everything that they had this season. And they're forever going to be loved for that. It's just a culture here in Philly. Y'all don't understand because you're not from here. I don't know how y'all do it and other fan bases do it, but here in Philly, this is how we are. You know what I'm saying? We're very passionate about our sports teams. We're very passionate about this city. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't understand, you don't understand. You don't get it, you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And no one here in Philly, no Philly fan expects any other fan base to understand that. You know what I'm saying? It has to be in you. That's something that you're raised. That you're raised from a kid to be this way. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of wherever CJ goes, Fletcher, Hargrave, any of these free agents go, we're always going to love them. You know what I'm saying? They're always going to be forever an Eagle. Forever an Eagle, bro. Wherever you retire, it don't matter. You're forever an Eagle. It's just how it is. That's the culture here. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand, you don't understand it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know how y'all get down everywhere else, but that's how we get down here, man. You know what I'm saying? But the draft coming up. Let's get through free agency first. There's a lot of free agents, and I'm not talking about the ones here. I'm talking Bobby Wagner, and you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of free agents out here. A bunch of free agents for the secondary, a bunch of free agents for slot, receiver, cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? Linebackers. I want this next week, the start of next week, the start of free agency is going to be very interesting to see what Howie does. You know, last season when we signed Hassan Reddick, everybody was a little nervous, me included. Okay, we got to sign, but what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? What are we going to do with this position? That, but we got to wait, and we got to wait it out. And as much as it pains us, we have to wait it out. Then you got the draft. We have to wait it all out. You know, definitely feeling some type of nervousness, you know what I'm saying, and uncertainty, uneasiness, you know what I'm saying, going into, you know, after yesterday with, you know, not franchising anybody, but we don't franchise anyone. The last player that the Eagles franchise was LJ Smith. That was the last player we franchised. You know what I'm saying? Howie doesn't believe in it. You know, I see why, but then again, I feel like CJ Gardner-Johnson was ready to stay. If Howie would have gave him the franchise, he would have accepted it. To me, CJ is as passionate as Brian Dawkins was. I'm not saying he is Brian Dawkins. You know what I'm saying? As passionate as Brian Dawkins was. And as Philly fans, just having Brian Dawkins on our team back then for that long and seeing how, you know, he produced as a player, how passionate he was, you know, how in tune with the fans, and you know what I'm saying, he was. We want that. We miss that. And CJ gave us that. He gave us that intensity. He gave us that passion. Every play. That's why we love CJ so much. You know what I'm saying? That's why we really wanted to see CJ back here. But the business is the business, and I understand. Hopefully, we can figure out something. Hopefully, how we can shake something up, figure something out, You know what I'm saying? If we can't bring CJ here, maybe we go out and find another player that is equivalent to how CJ played. If that makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? At safety. Then again, I'm not down on Blankenship. I'm just not 100% sure on Blankenship. You know, he came in, he did what he had to do. Those games that CJ was out, he played well. He played very well. And he's only going to get better. You know, and I know that the organization is high on Blankenship. And I'm not mad at that. I just don't know. For a full season, Blankenship starting at that position, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm all for, giving, those players, the players their shot. You dig what I'm saying? I'm all for it. Blankenship over CJ, not it. CJ over Blankenship all day. You feel me? But again, it's the business aspect. I get it. They're high on Blankenship. I'm not mad at that. I'm just not 100% sure about Blankenship being your starter at that position for a full season. Now, it may work out. It may work out. Very much, it may work out. You know what I'm saying? But, to have a backup plan is the best way to go. Or just have him as a backup for another season. It's an undrafted free agent. You know what I mean? And he did what he did. And he did it very well. But I just feel like we just need to, let him develop one more year maybe. And then we can, toss him in there for the season. And then we can trust him. If he continues to play the way he played last season while he was starting and, in replacement of CJ, then, cool. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm not the money man here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with the team. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not management. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one that's managing these deals and everything else. You feel what I'm saying? But I like Blankenship. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, I feel like one more year Blankenship to develop, then he'll become that starter. And he just based off of the way he played this season just passed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like one more year for Blankenship, man. One more year for Blankenship. Yeah, but as of right now, I feel like we need to go out, in free agency and try to find a safety. And we're not going to be able to pay that safety because we got to pay Jalen and we got to pay whoever else. You feel what I'm saying? So, we'll see, man. One more thing. The draft quickly approaching. We got the 10th and we got the 30th slot. Or the 10th and the 30th pick. The number 10 pick, with Howie is pretty much unpredictable in what he's going to do. He's going to try to fandangle some stuff. He's going to try to, shake some stuff up and make a lot happen with what we have. You feel what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be surprised if he trades away the 10 spot to move up, to move back, to get more picks. I wouldn't be surprised. With that 10th spot, that 10th pick, me personally, like I said before, I want Joey Porter. I like Joey Porter Jr. at the corner spot. I feel like he's a plug and play type of player. And he's only going to get better with mirroring Slay on the other side. His potential, his ceiling is through the roof. You feel what I'm saying? His play, his knowledge of the game, through the roof. His abilities, through the roof. You know what I mean? He can cover, he can run. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I do have an issue with, he dropped a lot of sure picks. But regardless, Joey Porter Jr., that's my pick for the 10th spot. Me personally, I don't care about no other corner that's out there. If Joey Porter is at 10, I would pick him. Me personally. Whoever we pick at that 10th spot, we get to the 30th pick. If that kid, that running back, Bijan Robinson is there, would you pick him? Okay, that scenario. If Robinson is there and Gibbs is there from Bama, who would you pick? To me, both of them the same running back. They're both dominant. They're big. They're agile. They're, you know what I'm saying, they're fat. They're quick. They can read the whole. The only thing I think Robinson has on Gibbs is that he can catch better than Gibbs. Not saying that Gibbs can't catch. I just think that he can catch a little bit better than Gibbs, and then his pass blocking is a little bit better than Gibbs. But who would y'all pick? If either one of them was sitting at 30, would you pick either one of them? And who would you pick? That's my question. You mean? That's my question. Who would you pick? Stay blessed, stay positive, stay away from the goofy issue. I'm